Hey there everybody, MeigeGaming back again, another League of Legends video. This time you are going to see my Xerath, I believe it's pronounced Xerath, first thoughts video. I bought Xerath as soon as I was able to today, played a game of Dominion, and just wanted to kind of talk about him and show you guys like what exactly he can do, stuff like that. Not the best game in the world, but definitely give you guys a good idea of how exactly he plays. There you can see I was using his Q. It's called Arcano Pulse, has a 6.5 second cooldown at level 2. You can see the range on it there when I was pressing it. Pretty far. Keep in mind it does go even further when you pick up Locus of Power. So there, I also picked up his Mage Chains, which is his second nuke and also gives him the ability to stun people. Overall, I think Xerath is really interesting. I really like him. I kind of like the idea that you have like 2 nukes and then the other one isn't like a support move, but it's more of like a utility for yourself. Like Lux would be a good example. Honestly, I feel like he's similar to Lux in playstyle in the sense that he has 2 nukes and then a third that isn't. But he is not balanced more like a support. And I'm not saying Lux is a support. Honestly, I think she should be a mage. I don't think she should be balanced around the bubble of hers. But they play similarly. Here you can see I'm headed bottom. I picked up boots and a blasting wand with some health pots. That's pretty normal for me, as you guys know. As you can see here is this capture animation. Looks pretty nifty. Normal, really. I'm running Garrison Ignite. But back to Xerath. I only managed to play a couple games with them. This one was just a nice, short, good game I could show you. I'm actually going against an enemy Xerath here. Here you can see I use Locus of Power, and that is actually how long the range is of my nuke. Very long. So I really like the idea that you can pop that. Here I believe, yep, that's the normal range. You see how long his was because he was using Locus of Power as well. I'm going to go ahead and read you guys the abilities so you see what these are. Arcana Pulse fires a long-range beam of energy, dealing 115 plus 24 at this point. Extra damage, it deals magic, and it hits all targets in a line. Here you can see I picked up Kellen Xerath using Locus Power to get increased range. Locus Power, Xerath immobilizes himself near a source of magical power, increasing the range of all of his spells and granting him 10% magic penetration. Lasts 8 seconds until toggled off. When the effect ends, Xerath movement speed is increased by 35%. Definitely a really interesting, really unique move. I really like this. It lets you see how long it makes your range when you use it right there. It's really cool. It augments him a lot. It gives him burst, but decreases mobility. But then you can pop it to get increased mobility temporarily. Overall, it's just really interesting. Mage Chains is cool, just like a nice little nuke, but also with a stun component if you land a second spell. Here you can see I'm going to throw Mage Chains followed by my nuke. It stuns him right there. He loses about half of his health. He's going to get a little bit cocky. He only has 3 bars health at this point, so I use Locus Power, hit him with my nuke, drop Malphite on him, Gangplank comes in, he goes down no problem. There was a great example of how strong Locus Power can really be, especially when an opponent isn't anticipating you to have the increased range all of a sudden. I mean, he should have been safe. If Locus Power had been on cooldown, he would have been totally fine. But thanks to Locus Power being there and me being able to use my ultimate, he went down with the help of Gangplank. His ultimate's also pretty unique. It's an AoE with a pretty long range, and when you use it, you have 3 charges of it, essentially. Use it once, twice, 3 times, and then it's on cooldown. I think this is actually a lot better than one really big nuke. I think that it's a lot more fun. Here you can see I overestimate how big Locus Power is going to make my range. That's definitely going to be a large part of the skill component to learn to play Xerath well, is realizing how long his range is with this Locus Power up. Here you can see I kill Xerath, but I end up losing to Tryndamere, who will quickly be taken down by Riven. Like I said, overall, I think Xerath is really interesting. Here's his passive, Ascended Form. Xerath feeds on Arcane Power, making him incredibly resilient to physical harm. He converts 15% of visibility power into armor. That is pretty cool. It's definitely not one of those passives that you're going to be, like, conscious of. I mean, like, you might be aware that your character has it, but it's not something that, like, plays into your character a lot. Like, Jax, for example, has, like, a very integral passive. It's, like, what makes him, really. Whereas Xerath, it's going to give you a little bit more lane survivability against people who are melee. Going to make you won't have to build as many tanky items late in the game as what other people might have to. Here, I believe I was watching top and ended up just kind of like walking this direction, trying to help out Riven not be dead to all these people. You can see I combo on her pretty hard. She goes down pretty quick. Pop my nuke there. Just barely missed that misfortune. She ends up getting away. Try and drop my ultimate on her. End up missing.
The enemy has captured the windmill. Best racing.
I really like Xerath's animation, so I think Xerath has really, really cool looking animations. His auto attacks look cool. His nuke is really good looking. Everything about him is really, really awesome. You can see I combo here, misfortune, get the stun on her, trying to back off a bit. Xerath's gonna miss with that skill shot. You can see he's dropping his ultimate over here, and that would have a much further range if he would use his chains. I think it's interesting that you can see the cone around Xerath's nukes before he casts them. I think that's because the animation is really cool looking. It might actually be kind of hard to dodge, and especially hard to see when you're actually in the hitbox of it. So adding like the red outline if an enemy is shooting at you helps you see like where the parameters of it actually are, while retaining that unique and cool looking animation. Sometimes you have to balance like what looks good with what plays good. Since the nuke is pretty much just a like a little tiny bolt of electricity, but the hitbox on it is larger, it would be really confusing for new players and even old players to try and realize like when they're going to be hit by it because of how skinny it looks or how big the actual hitbox is. I mean, a good example of a bad case of this is Mundo cleavers. I mean, they look like cleavers, they're as big as buildings. I mean, anyone who's playing against Mundo knows how big Mundo cleavers really are. Mundo throws buildings at people. Here I use my Locust Chain to try and get some increased range to harass and get these guys kind of low. It is at this point 2v4, so not going to be good for us. I was just trying to get them hurt, maybe keep them from capturing the point here. There's a Shackle going down, Riven going in. Xerath getting away with absolutely no health whatsoever. He's actually at 11 health, so any attack would kill him. There I go for the nuke. I'm just out of range, trying to deactivate Locust Power. Try and capture the point. End up going down pretty quick here. Bad move, I should have just tried to get that Xerath down. But our team is definitely ahead here, 429 to 198, so they've got one foot in the grave, so to speak. I'm probably going to try and play some more Xerath on Summer's Rift tonight, get a feel for him and that. I mean, doing is cool and all, and it's a good way to give you guys a nice champion preview, so you guys can see like what Xerath is and how he plays and whatnot. But honestly, the competitive scenes in Summer's Rift, I enjoy the competitive scene, and I really want to see how Xerath competes there, although I have a feeling he's going to be very strong. The huge range on him makes him incredible. I mean, I love Caitlyn for her range. I don't like Lux, but I recognize Lux's power that comes from her range, and I think Xerath will be no different. Here you can see Leona going 2v1 and getting kind of messed up. In this game, I am actually leveling Arcano Pulse, which is my Q first, followed by Mage Chains. Obviously, this is the biggest way to deal damage. You only have 2 nukes, so I figure I would put the points there so that I'm leveling both of them. I know that in the Spotlight, Free recommends leveling Locust Power, but then again, probably builds Trinity Force on Xerath, so I can see that's a really cool attack animation, the little like electric bolts that shoot out. Arcane bolts, some kind of bolt. But on Summer's Rift, I may give the leveling Locust Power a try just because it would give you really good range. Here you can see I'm letting all 3 of my alt hits there. Xerath's gonna get pretty low. And he is going to go down there, so he shouldn't have stuck around. Didn't realize. Here I managed to grab a health back since I'm so desperately hurt, and Leona is just fine standing there. So she chases me over here since I'm still bleeding profusely. I really need this med pack to go ahead and fix my health up. So thanks, Leona, for giving me that. I know you're totally fine. I mean, you got like 300 health, so shouldn't be an issue for you. Here you can see I nuked Misfortune so that she would not capture the point. Shaco gonna come in. Xerath missing with another nuke of his. As you can see, we actually have all 5 points at this time, so I'm just trying to defend another one of them from 2 of them. You can see how large Xerath's range is with Loga's power up and his ultimate. Give him a med pack, dodge the last charge of his ultimate. Throw my mage chain, throw my nuke, end up stunning him. Unfortunately, Shaco coming in with Misfortune. Thankfully, she wastes her ultimate. I am going to end up going down here. There are too many of them to stop, but they have 13 points on their health crystal thing. So, it is a good game. Anyways, this has been MeigeGaming here with another champion first thoughts. I hope you enjoyed the video. Like, favorite, and subscribe if you enjoyed it. Leave any questions in the comments down below, and I hope to see you guys next time.